Hey everyone, I hope you are doing great. In the spirit of my 3-year post big chop anniversary, that was a mouthful, I decided to do a roundup of 6 things I do and don't do. So my last video was of 6 things I don't do to my natural hair, and this video is going to be about the 6 things I do. Okay, so the first thing I do is cover my head while sleeping. If you've got a typical cotton pillowcase, then if you don't cover your head, there's going to be so much friction between your hair and the pillowcase that it can actually cause breakage. I guess if you have a satin pillowcase, then you can kind of get away with not covering your head. Even though I do have a satin pillowcase, I do still like to cover my head. I like to cover my head with a simple satin scarf or a turban. Wearing a scarf will help when it comes to you turning around. It will reduce the friction and your hair will easily glide as you turn. So if you haven't tried it before, try a satin scarf and see the difference that it makes. I feel like it really is something important. The second thing I do is use a satin pillowcase. Now this kind of ties in with the first point. I use a satin pillowcase just in case I happen not to cover my hair for some reason that night, or if it accidentally slips off, because that can happen. It's been happening a lot recently because I hurt my arm, so I tried to get comfortable on one side, then I switched to the other side, then I switched to the other side, and in the process my head scarf or my turban comes off. So at least then I know I have a satin pillowcase to rely on. That is something that I do. The third thing that I do is trim my ends. Every now and then I try to trim my ends and get rid of potential split ends or actual split ends, hair that's just really dry and that seems damaged. I find that by trimming my ends, it makes my hair look fuller and healthier. It prevents the hair from splitting even further down and causing even more breakage. So I find that trimming is quite important and vital to my natural hair growth. The fourth thing I do is work in sections. I don't ever try to accomplish everything at once. When I comb in sections. When I condition, I try to apply it on in sections, in bits. When I twist my hair, obviously it's in sections. So when I do work in sections, it just makes everything a bit more manageable. There is less chance of breakage and damage. The fifth thing I do with my natural hair is to drink water. My hair loves water externally, so I figured drinking water would be great for my hair to work with internally. If water can benefit my skin, then it sure can benefit my hair. The sixth thing I make sure I do is to co-wash. I find sometimes shampooing and conditioning all in one, like every single time you do wash your hair, it can be quite stripping. So a lot of the time I find myself co-washing. It's a nice, quick and easy step. A lot of the time I don't have probably enough patience to deep condition. I want to kind of get more into the deep conditioning. I find a co-wash cleanses the hair while not completely stripping it of its oil as a shampoo normally would. And so those have been 6 things that I make sure I do with my natural hair. I hope you found it helpful and interesting, and I wish you all the best on your hair journey. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Oh, by the way, don't forget to turn your notifications on so that you know when I've uploaded a video. And if you haven't watched it already, please do check out the 6 things I don't do with my natural hair. Alright, so I'll see you soon. Bye.